Hello. In this video, we're going to talk about the survey Likert report, and this is the Likert report right here. A Likert scale is a tool used in a lot of surveys to gather opinions on attitudes in different subjects. The Likert scale usually has a number of options that range from 1 strongly disagree to 2 disagree, neither agree nor disagree, up to agree and strongly agree. And so Milligan School Data uses a lot of surveys and uses that Likert scale in almost all of those surveys. So this is a report that will describe your results of that Likert scale. The survey is broken up into your individual questions, and then questions are grouped into categories up here. And so this is a multiple page report. You can see there's several pages that describe all of your questions. Over here, you'll see that there's a count of just how many people answered 1, how many people answered 2, how many people answered 3, 4, and 5. And then here is the graphical representation of that. This is representing the number 6, and that's representing the number 6. This one down here is representing the number 1, etc. Over to the right, you'll see that we have a count, and so that count over here, 12, just tells you how many people responded to this question. You'll notice that not every one of these numbers is the same. If we go down here, we see that this one has a count of 11, which means that somebody either didn't answer this question or answered NA. And so this report is only reporting on the people who answered the question there. Below the count is what we call the net engagement score. Now the net engagement score is just a way to summarize your question into a single number. And the way it's calculated is you take the number of people who answered 5, you subtract from that the number of people who answered 1 or 2, and then divide that by the total number. So if we go down here, you can see that 7 people answered 5, 1 person answered 1 or 2, 7 minus 1 is 6, divided by 12 is 0.5. So that net engagement score will give you a number somewhere between -1 and +1. So that's what that net engagement score is. If you want to hear more about that net engagement score, I will have a video that explains that more in depth. That will be in the description for this video. Wanted to show just an example down here. This net engagement score, there was 1 person that answered 5. There were 4 people who answered 1 or 2. And so 1 minus 4 is -3. -3 divided by 11 gives you a negative net engagement of -0.273. So that's there. The top of the survey will show you kind of a general summarization of your entire survey. We'll start with that overall net engagement score. So it looks at the answers to every one of the questions, takes the number of 5s minus the number of 1s and 2s, divides it by the total count. So for this survey as a whole, they had a net engagement score of 0.490. Couple of other measures here is just the percentage of people who answered 5. That's what the top box is. So this is the percentage of people who answered 5. Overall positive shows the percentage of people who answered 4 or 5. So you can use these scores here as kind of just a general description of your survey as a whole and be able to see that over time. So that is, in a nutshell, the Likert survey description. And if you have questions about that particular report or the surveys or any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me directly at milliganschooldata@gmail.com. Thank you very much.